You're listening to the Silver Lined ReLaunch, and I'm your host, Hilary DeCesare, award-winning entrepreneur and transitional coach. Each week, I'll invite you to tune into inspirational stories, revealing how you too can turn ordinary experiences into the extraordinary. Feeling stuck? I'll share step-by-step strategies to fuel your ability to experience a life where silver linings are both abundant and possible. Welcome to episode number 15 of the Silver Lined ReLaunch. Okay, I'm already going to start to laugh about this because when I share what I'm about to share with you and put together how my brain works from a to Z perspective, you will know so much about me. So let me just throw out there, how does the Brady Bunch relate to change and giving you your power back? Ooh, that is so deep. All right, maybe it's not so deep, but it is what we're going to go into today. Okay. And if you could even know what I've been doing for the last 30 minutes, I'm going to take you there right now. All right, so the Brady Bunch, they had a few really solid hits. One was When It's Time to Change. You might remember that little ditty that says, when it's time to change, you've got to rearrange who you are and what you want to be. And then come on, everyone, you know you're singing it in your head. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Okay, so that song, think about the lyrics. They were actually giving us something in, the 70s that became quite impactful if we think about it today. Okay, here's what I really want you to think of besides the whole Brady Bunch. And now you can't get that song out of your head. And later you're going to be like, die that Hillary. Sorry. So what I want you to be thinking about right now, ask yourself this question. Do you allow your life to have power over you, or do you have power over your life? Wow. Which direction would you go there? Because here's the thing. In today's world, with everyone feeling like they're stuck on autopilot, right? You're just like, you're cruising along. You're not like changing up the game. You're just kind of getting through life. You might be getting through your relationship. You may not even have a relationship right now. You're just like, I'm okay with being single. I'm okay with this, marriage I'm not that happy in. I'm okay with my my job. I'm okay with, the fact that I just lost a job. I'm just going to hang out until things get better. And you're just on autopilot. You're just like going through the motions without really thinking too much about it. And I got to tell you, that is no way to go through life. Why? Because it's not going to get you where you want to go. And even furthermore to the point, it may actually set you back further than you even want to be. So think of yourself in 6 months or 12 months. If you continue to be on autopilot, you're going to either be in a place where you're even less satisfied with where you are, you're even more stuck in that rut, or you're starting to go down that rabbit's hole of, I'm kind of depressed. I'm kind of filled with anxiety. I'm filled with worry. I'm filled with all of these things. So how can we, and I've discussed this before, flip that script? How can we then say, hey, wait, I don't want what I've got right now. I don't want this quality of life. I want something bigger and better. I want this fresh energy. I want a fresh approach. I want a fresh new path. And when we talk about relaunch and even, going into our membership site, we talk about these paths of possibility. Paths of possibility. And is your path right now covered up with a lot of weeds, a lot of like mucky muck? You can't even like find the path? Or is it pretty clear? It's laid out in front of you. It's in the right direction. Well, when you think about what we're trying to do right now with don't give away life and have it be just, hey, same old, same old. This is just, as good as it's going to get. Take back the power. What if I could tell you that you can be a powerhouse of possibility? A powerhouse of possibility. How good does that sound? Because it's not that power, and sometimes we view power as being this bad thing, this thing that like, it kind of takes over. You think of like, the movies where the power hungry man or the power hungry woman. I'm not talking about that kind of power. I'm talking about the power that's defined as a person or thing. Your life is that thing of great energy and strength. And that you have that internal ability to connect and discover new things. Whoa! Sounds so great being that powerhouse of possibility. So whether you're a woman or whether you're a man, can we just lean into that right now? Right? Because when we have that and you actually are relaunch ready, and you are now ready to relaunch into that quality of life only you can imagine and reimagine, that's power. And so when you think about having that, when it's time to change, you've got to rearrange who you are and what you want to be. It doesn't start on the outside trying to have all of those, what's coming to me. I deserve to have, like, what is it? Where is it? I want you to literally go out with that blower. The guys that come into the gardens and they blow all that crap everywhere, and you're kind of like, the noise, the noise, the noise. Well, they're blowing it everywhere, but they're putting it nowhere. And what I want you to do is take out the rake and start to rake it off to the side. All those leaves, all those shrubs, all that, junk, the mucky muck that's blocking you. And I want you to scoop it up, put it in the trash. And if your trash comes on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, good riddance. That stuff needs to be gone. And so I want you to be thinking right now about what are you giving your own power to? Is it situations that you're just like, is it online dating? I get that a lot these days. Is it, hey, my marriage just isn't where I want it to be? Well, let's take back what you can. What does it mean, again, to be powerful? It means that you are in control. You have the ability. So if right now somebody is not changing the way you want them to, Could you sit there and say, now that I know I want to take back my power, and I'm giving my power to the people around me, I'm giving my power to my kids every time they come in and they're, screaming at each other, or they're asking for more of, my attention in areas that I just don't have the time to give them in those areas, which, by the way, this goes back to prioritization, which we're not going to talk about today. It will be in different episodes. But this is your chance to say, if you right now are in a relationship, a marriage, and or a work relationship, and you want to take back your power, you need to be thinking, what's the change that you want to see out there? Okay, you really want a better relationship. Let's just start there. So how do you do that? Well, you envision what you absolutely want that relationship to look like. I'm not thinking about the other person and what they're going to give me. I'm thinking about, what can I do to give to that relationship? What can I do right now to be 100% committed to what the change is in myself? Because as I realize that, hey, what I really want is, better communication. I really want somebody that, listens to me more. So then you start to listen. You start to be a better communicator. You got the 2 ears and 1 mouth, double time the listening. And when you start to have your own possibility path to getting there, what you will find, guaranteed, is that as you give more of what you ultimately want from that relationship, the other person will start to feed into that. I don't know if you've ever had this happen to you. I had a mailman, and this mailman was crotchety. I mean, just would never, ever smile, never, ever. And I'd be like, hey, thanks so much for delivering the mail. And I got nothing back, nothing. And I did this for a long time. Well, finally, one day, I wasn't in that great of a mood, and I just decided I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna wave. I'm not gonna say that little, hey, have a great day. I just said nothing. Well, guess what happened? What happened is, as I'm driving by, I hear him say, hey there, have a great day. I mean, my jaw opened up and literally, hit the steering wheel. And then what did I do? I started to laugh. I'm like, really? The one day that I didn't bring it, he brought it? But that is exactly what happens. And so when I think about my clients and I think about these changes in attitude, these, ways to rearrange how you're going about something, to regain, to become your own powerhouse, just the smallest action can reap these gigantic rewards. So what I want you now to do is think about the one area, maybe it's relationships, just one person that you're like, oh, I just, I've wanted a better relationship with that person and it hasn't happened. And you've been giving your power to the person. You've just been like accepting the situation. You've just been like going in, that just autopilot. You've been stuck in that gear. Let's switch out of it. I'm not saying go into fifth, what is it? in a stick shift thing, going into fifth gear. You don't need to do that. Although it'd be really outstanding if you could make the effort to maybe jump from first to second, but take it slowly, one step. And how are you going to do that one thing that you've been wanting the other person to do that could literally change the entire dynamics of where you're giving away your power and where your internal power is. So that is a wrap up of today. You may want to go to YouTube. You may want to check out that, Brady Bunch song. You may want to go in. There's a few really good ones that they had, those big hits. I actually woke up thinking it was the Partridge Family and not the Brady Bunch. But you will hear the Partridge Family soon enough. I promise you that. So at this point, no giving away your power. No letting life be sucking you dry of your power. Take it back. Be the powerhouse of your life. Be that person. Start small, get huge results. All right, let us know how this is going for you. And I look forward to seeing the comments. I look forward to hearing from you. DM me. Go over to the Facebook group, The Relaunch Effect, and let us know. Get involved in the conversation. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you felt a connection to this episode of the Silver Lined ReLaunch, please head over to iTunes now. It would mean so much to me if you would leave a good review and help others find silver linings as well. And don't forget, you can have immediate access to all of the bonuses and notes from the show today in our treasure chest, which you have access to for free by texting 55444 and typing in treasure chest. Or you could go to our private Facebook group, The Relaunch Effect, Living a Life You Love. Together we've hit the reset button for you, turning your transitions into a transformation. Until next time, don't forget, there's always a silver lining.